Okay, this is a 35 plus 4-5 race. This was immediately after the 4-5 race that I did. There'll be a link up here if you want to look at it. So I had just done like a 30-minute breakaway. I was really tired, and the race official said, oh, that win did not count. That was my 3 upgrade points. You got to get in this race if you want to upgrade, because you watched the last video, you'll see why my win did not count. So Pete, this race, it started out, I was super tired, but luckily it was slow.
You're doing 80 watts.
It stayed so slow the whole race. I think my normalized power was, before the end, 170 watts, which is, that's recovery mode.
Yeah, that's rolling around at 50%. So what were you trying to do? What was your game plan for this race?
So I thought, well, I want to recover. I hope nobody blows it at the very beginning because I just raced hard. And I think that's a good tactic. People could have lit it up, and I was vulnerable at the very beginning because I had just raced, and I had raced in a breakaway, so I was tired. But what I was trying to do is, if that breakaway got off the road, I was going to do just like last race, and I was going to bridge. But I wanted it to get established. I didn't want to try to establish the break myself because that's a lot more work, and I was tired.
Yep. And luckily, it didn't really pan out that way, right?
Yeah, a couple people tried, and there was one fit rider, but there wasn't many of us in the race, and they were motivated to chase. So but maybe the group wasn't motivated to attack, but they were motivated not to let anything go away. And Eric Hudson up the front, he's a strong rider, probably mid 300s FTP, and he was pulling stuff back.
And one of the things is, when it's easy the whole time, everybody's fresh enough that nothing gets away, right? It's like all about who can make the race as easy as possible, and so you just hung out, right?
So what are your choices of winning then?
So I think that means either you're a sprinter and you get the free ride until the end, or you pretty much have to do something in the last lap, because the idea being your max effort is going to beat everybody else's max effort for a small amount of time.
Because no one's tired.
No one's tired. So everybody is fully rested against everybody else is fully rested.
Okay, so let's jump ahead now to the last lap. Nothing's happened.
Right. So you've just sat in the whole race.
Yep.
So you're feeling a little better now?
Yep, 40 minutes of rest. So I let the field I want to be at the very back. And what I want to do is I'm trying to sprint into the field to get a draft and pass them, and actually start sprinting outside. And I was like, oh, I forgot. Go back in. You see, I try to sprint right into his wheel and then come around wide so that I'm coming by at 33, 34 miles per hour.
Yep.
And they're going 24.
Yep. And so that's pretty much exactly 1 lap to go, right?
Yeah. And there's no rear camera. I'm so sorry, because I literally had like 25 seconds to get in this race. I swapped the battery as all I could. But they were chasing, but they actually gave up chasing about halfway through this last stretch. Why do you think that is, Pete?
So someone has to ruin their race to catch you. And so since the field is small, no one really is going to throw everything down unless they have a teammate who's going to sprint. But even that, it's really hard. You came past them going that much faster at the end of the race. It's just you did it exactly right, where there's nothing they can do unless someone was really going to go all in and have a sprinter on their wheel and hopefully catch you right at the end.
Yeah, and this is a nice way to race if you can do it. It's all about that surprise, though, because I could have easily have pulled the whole field a lot of this race and got out sprinted.
Or jumped from 5th wheel and had everybody on your wheel, right? Like, so as you're coming into the finish, give it one more sprint. When you look behind, are they close?
No, I look behind. I don't think I really saw them, so I start to ease up a little bit. But yeah, it's a really short video. Now I can't use this tactic in a race. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But I got my upgrade points, so now I'm 3.
Yeah, nice job.
Thank you.